Not different, not a whole lot different at all. Very similar styles, both quarterbacks, both able to move, when they need to, and certainly very capable at throwing the ball. They've shown that. So their offense doesn't change much regardless of who's at quarterback.
Their offensive line seems to have had a lot of success as well. Any special thing?
They're a big group. They stay on blocks. They're effort guys. They're strong. They just stick on you and they just keep fighting. And they play for 4 quarters. So they're a really good offensive line.
They have such a deep wide receiving core. You've got a banged up defensive back group. How do the DBs look in practice this week? And what's the feeling going into the game on Saturday against that group?
Yeah, the guys had a really good practice today. We got them all reps. They're all out there moving around, doing a good job. Great communication. We'll have them ready to go, and we know we got a great challenge. With the Missouri wideouts, their speed, they're tall. They're on, those guys on the outside go up and get the football. So we got to play well.
What are some of those challenges, even if everybody in the secondary is healthy, that the height difference is?
It's just, even when you're in good position, they can go up and they can just go get the football, so we have to be extremely good in our techniques down the field. We got to track the ball well, and we got to make plays, and that's just the gist of it. You got to go up and compete and play the ball in the air.
And then with the defensive line, they were having so much success kind of building momentum with getting sacks. Then they hit Alabama, didn't have as much success. What's kind of the morale of the group right now, and where's
the morale of the group is one that we know we didn't play well. We know we played a very good opponent, but we didn't reach our potential, which is certainly disappointing for us. So we've talked about it, we've addressed it. They have had a great week of practice. They're focused, they're ready to go, and I'm excited to see them bounce back here against Missouri and see what we can do.
Is that maybe the first time this year, John, that you felt it to that level, that the guys maybe didn't answer the bell the way that they have in other games?
Yeah, First of all, my hat's off to Alabama. They're a great football team. I mean, they across the board. We said that going in. They're the most complete offense that we've played up to this point, from the offensive line to the wideouts to the quarterback. So we knew that there was going to be very little margin for error. But we didn't play our style, and that was disappointing. And that's where we got to get better. We can control that. So we've talked about it. We've put some things in place to try and improve, and excited to go out and get that one off our chest and move on.
Could you pinpoint any one thing as to why you guys didn't play your
I think it's just a culmination of things. I think, obviously, number one, Alabama's a really good opponent. The things that maybe you get away with against certain teams, maybe fundamentally you're cheating some things. Against Alabama, you just don't have that margin, and that's really what showed itself in that ball game. And then, I thought our style of play was lacking. I thought we were hesitant at times. We didn't play to the level that we had been playing to, and we took a little step backwards, but we're gonna progress. We're gonna keep moving forward.
John, they threw just a screen, a bubble screen, and then turned into a touchdown.
Yeah, it did. Wow.
Florida did that too. Does Missouri have some guys that can kind of do that?
Missouri's got some guys. Everybody we play will have guys that can do that, and that's just. We got to do a good job of not breaking down and getting on the right angles and just getting the guy down.
Is playing in space still a struggle for this defense?
Absolutely. And the game of football now is all about space. I mean, you see these offenses; they're throwing bubble screens, they're throwing smoke screens and getting the ball out in space and forcing you to make plays. And unfortunately, we've been a victim of a couple of those this year, and that's something that we got to continue to work on and address each and every week.
You kind of talked about you guys maybe not playing your style. You feel like guys have maybe tried to really, maybe amp up the focus even more this week, go out there and kind of prove that wasn't really them?
Yeah, I don't want to say that we're changing anything. I mean, we just got to get back to what we do, and they've certainly responded, and I'm pleased with the practices that we've had this week, and we just got to keep building, prepping right up until game time, and then go out and play. So it'll be fun, be good.
John, I know a lot of people talk about the receiving game they have, but they seem to have, it seems when watching, they like to be physical up front, especially in the run game. Do you get that sense from them? They're not just a finesse team?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you watch them on film, you see their offensive line. They're big, they're physical. They get on you, they stay on you, they just keep grinding. That's the biggest thing that I see on them. very consistent group for 4 quarters. They're in good shape, well conditioned, and they're formidable. They're a physical football team.
And the running backs, when they bring in a guy, I think their third string guy is one that averages 8 yards a carry.
Yeah, Murphy. Are you talking about Murphy?
Yeah.
Man, he is really good. He's fast. They get the ball to him in a variety of ways. Excellent quickness. All 3 of their backs are really similar. When you see them on film, you don't really know which one it is until you get a chance to see their numbers. They're all very quick, got the ability to cut the ball back and have great acceleration. So they're good. Another great offense.
I know the opponents have played a huge factor, but just playing on the road, the defense has struggled a little bit this year.
Sure.
What do you guys need to do better?
Yeah, well, when, you play on the road and you play Oregon and you play Alabama, those are 2 tough road games. Those have been obviously the glaring weaknesses for us this year. And we gotta just do what we do and focus on Tennessee and get into a rhythm early in the ball game. Get out there, get our cleats in the grass, make some plays, develop some momentum, and then consistently play that way for 4 quarters. And there's no secret. I mean, we got to go out and execute. We got to go out and make plays, and we can't worry about what the stadium seats or how loud it is or what any of that stuff. We just have to go out and focus on us and execute our defense and play our style of football.
What are the special problems posed by those tall receivers they have?
Yeah, down the field throws. Down the field throws, they go up and they get the ball, they snatch it out of the air, and that's the biggest thing.
You ever what about in the red zone? Is that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Throw it up for grabs.
Yeah, they'll go throw it up and let those tall wideouts go get it and just out jump you. So technique and fundamentals have to be at a premium for those corners, and we've got to do a great job.
You remember a time that you've schemed against a team that's had so many receivers that fit that 6'4", 6'5", 6'6"?
No, usually they got one guy that you kind of maybe you roll the coverage to, but they have several. So it's going to be a great challenge.
You're talking about the measuring stick that SEC football is.
The
measuring stick. I mean, measuring yourself against SEC teams.
Yeah, that's the SEC is a great conference, great coaching, tremendous skill within the conference. Probably the biggest thing when you look at the SEC, the thing that jumps out at you right away is the line of scrimmage, both the offensive and defensive lines. The size combined with the speed and athleticism is really that's probably the biggest separator of the Southeastern Conference. So we know each week it's going to be a challenge, and this week will be no different.